If you're a single person, you have no children, no relatives, and you die, and you have no estate document in place, you know who gets your money? The government does. The government gets your money. There is nowhere else they can go. It becomes their asset. And even if you have a will in place, let's say, one of the problems we have right now, a couple of things real quick. This is a very important thing to be talking about. The courts have suffered through this financial crisis to a way that the probate court has really taken a hit. They closed I live up in the North County, they closed the probate court up in the North County. All probates are done through the San Diego court, okay? The backlog is enormous, okay? A will is a probated document. It has to be signed off on by the court, which means the asset of a person who has a will, it could take months and months and months before that can be distributed. And that's the best case scenario. If anybody protests that will, it could take years before that money gets distributed, okay? That's one bad thing. The other bad thing is a probate is a public document. Anybody can go down to the courthouse, and trust me, folks, people do, and look at the estate of people. And how do they do that? It's real simple. They pick up the paper every morning and they look at the obituaries. Okay? And they look at a person, they read the obituary, and they say, this looks like a person who might have money, or might have had money. Let's go down and look at their will. And they'll be able to see right there. You'll be able to see everything that they own. You'll see how much they owe to Nordstrom's. You can see everything that is laid out right there. And that sets you up, or you as the beneficiary, for some really potentially dangerous things happening. Very, very dangerous things. And you know, I said they have to go down to the courthouse to do that. Well, thanks to modern technology, they can do that from the basement of their parents' house. Okay? Okay? Because they can now go online and do it. They don't even have to make the trip down to the courthouse anymore. They can investigate every will that's going through probate online now. Modern technology. A living trust on the other side, and I'm not an attorney and I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, but a living trust is a private document, okay? And it allows for the immediate distribution of assets, or as immediate as you want them to be, okay? My granddaughter, Sophia, just turned 9 years old. I don't know who she's going to marry, but I don't like the guy already, okay? Okay? Not that I get a vote in any of this stuff, but I don't like it. So I'm going to make sure that he doesn't have access to my assets when I die, that only Sophia will have access to the amount that we want her to have. So you can't do that in a lot of other ways. So a trust will allow you to determine when you want people to get money, how much they can get, and to a certain extent, what they can do with it. Okay? So it's something to do. It's one of those things that my mother-in-law passed away about 6 months ago. And the same thing happened with my mother when she passed away. They had really taken the necessary steps to have everything in place. And it made for a very peaceful, comfortable distribution of assets. Nobody fought about anything. And listen, we all know people either on our own family or other families that have waged pitch battles. Siblings never talk to each other again over china, and over dishes. Okay? It's simple stuff like that, or a table. Okay? Or a painting, all these little things that can destroy a family. That was all taken care of on both of those. And so it's a legacy that will survive you, not just people arguing over your assets and stuff like that. There's great information online. I'm not suggesting you do this, but there's a lot of online places where if you have a pretty simple situation, go to LegalZoom.com, and there's a bunch of other ones online that are pretty good and usable. It doesn't hurt you to sit down with an attorney. You can contact the Bar Association here in San Diego. There's a bar association in the North County as well. And to be an attorney associated with the bar, one of the commitments you make is that you will meet with people for a consultation at no cost. So you can go onto the Bar Association website, or you can call there and say, I'm interested in somebody that's a specialist in estate plans. And they'll be happy to sit down with you for half an hour, and give you counsel on what is the best way to go. So take advantage of things like that.